Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to be replying to your questions about the variable ND and regular ND filters and explaining to you the difference between those two. So let's start. Question number 1. What is an ND filter? Well, ND filter is a single piece of glass, and it's a precise made piece of glass, which is also called a neutral density filter. It's basically like sunglasses for our eyes. We use the filter to decrease the exposure that hitting our sensor. Why use ND filters over variable ND filter? If you're someone who is doing the work professionally, if you're going for the maximum high quality result, then you should go with regular ND filter, as that glass does not cause any color shift, as that glass does not do any tint to your image. So if you want the maximum result, maximum color performance, then go with regular ND filter. If you're going for a more versatile solution, if you need something for run and gun situation, then go with variable ND filter. It's the same sharpness, however it causes a little bit of a tint in your image, and sometimes vignette if you're using on the wide angle lens like 15 or 16 millimeter at darker stops, you'll get a little bit of vignette, and this will be happening to pretty much any filter, variable filter on the market right now. So take that for example, when we want to make ND4, let's say, and we just put this data into machine and machine makes exactly ND4, or we need to make ND64. We just put that data into machine and machine makes the exact ND stop we need. Unlike variable ND, which has two pieces of glass in it, it's not as accurate as regular straight ND filter because we use two CPL glasses. All filters on the market, variable filters, they use two CPL glasses. When we rotate them, you get the effect which causes a brighter, you see brighter image, or if you rotate it the other way around, you have a little bit of darker of image, just like so. Yes, and variable ND filter is a little bit more versatile. It's a lot more versatile for run and gun shooting, but it's not as accurate in color performance as a regular ND filter. So if you're going for good quality without color shift, you should go with regular ND. If you're going for something more versatile, as sharp as regular ND, then go with variable ND filter. Is variable ND filter also a polarizer filter? Well, although the variable ND filter is made with two pieces of CPL glass, so once you put those pieces of glass together, they act as something reducing the light that's hitting your sensor. They do not provide or help to reduce the polarization in your image. Okay, next question is, can I take panorama shots with variable ND filter? In fact, you can, but you will destroy your panorama photo. The reason being is when we're taking panorama shots, when we take pano shots, we move in our camera, and when we move in our camera, we're changing the angle at which the light hits our sensor, and before it hits our sensor, the light has to go through the filter. And if you're using something as variable ND filter or a hybrid filter like ND6PL, let's say, so when you move in your camera, you're changing also the angle at which the light goes through the filter. So in this case, you'll have like artifacts and you'll have a little bit of weird image. So it's advised to use regular straight ND filters for panorama shots. Is variable ND filter also suitable for pictures? Variable ND filter, yes, it could be used for photos. In fact, sometimes I'm using it when I'm shooting out there, run and gun. If I'm in nature, I would be taking with me variable ND filter and take photos with it. However, if you want to take, let's say, photos at wider angle, and if you want to do some long exposure photos, then you'll have a little bit of a vignette, especially at darker stop as ND9, let's say. And as I said before, variable ND filter, they cause a tint. So if you don't mind to do extra work when color grading your photos in Lightroom, then if you don't mind that, then yes, shoot with variable ND. But if you want the most accurate result, if you want the most accurate color performance, then go with regular straight ND filters, not with variable ND filters. However, in my opinion, variable ND filters are a really good solution for a run and gun situation. And if you don't have any free time swapping your filters, then go with variable ND. If you're in more control situation though, if you have time to swap the filters, use regular NDs as they perform the best. Plus, we also made this magnetics, so you can just swap the filters without any problems, and this is the fastest solution of swapping the filters on the market right now, really. So yeah, I would highly suggest you and recommend you to use regular magnetic ND filters. Can I stack CPL filter on top of the variable ND filter? No, you cannot. In fact, we do not recommend it, but for that case, we made the hybrid filter, which is ND64PL, ND8PL. So you get the polarizer effect and you get the ND stop in the same filter, but we do not recommend using the CPL glass on top of the variable filter. Do not do that. Hey guys, yeah, look a little bit different, but we just received a couple more questions to our Instagram regarding the filters. Does variable ND filter cause a tint? Well, absolutely yes, and the reason being is the variable ND filter is made out of 2 CPL glass. So CPL glass, as you know, as I told you before, yes, you will have a little bit of a tint, but the variable ND filter is made with a really high quality glass and we have many layers of coating on it, so the tint is actually brought to minimum. But if you're looking for something without any tint, then you already know the answer. Go with regular straight ND filter. And one more question we just received: can I use the variable ND filter with the lens hood? And the answer is no. Unfortunately, you cannot use the lens hood. Have a look at these 2 filters. They are the same filter thread size, so this one is 77mm as well as this one, but you see the variable ND filter is a little bit bigger, and the reason being so you don't have any vignette. So this filter doesn't produce any vignetting, but because of that you cannot apply the lens hood over it. But on the other hand though, we use 16 layers coating on variable ND filters, so if you're afraid of ghosting, or you're afraid of a little bit of reflections and you want to reduce them with the lens hood, then variable ND filters, they're really high quality with many layers of coating, which help you to reduce any unwanted shadowing or ghosting as much as possible. But if you're still on the fence and want to go with the lens hood, then go with regular ND filters. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any more questions, drop them down in the comment section. Don't forget to check our Instagram. Yeah, we're reposting your content on Instagram and all the links are in description as usual. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.